I'm gonna refresh this a bit. 1 second, everybody. And B. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Who's in the can? Y'all. Whoops. Doesn't even show it. Okay. Can. Oh, it's not even recording. Okay. Record. Now. Okay. Now it's recording. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Yes, I'm not recording on Pump Fun because I kept messing up the mic. And well, wasn't getting viewers anyways, or cash monies. Yes. Anyways, I'll post everywhere. And let me know if you guys can hear me. Here's on Rumble. And this is BitChute, and then Odyssey. Alright, so yeah, today's gonna be a quite epic show. And alright, so we have 3 people on the show. Can y'all hear me? How's my audio? And I'm gonna test this out right here. Yeah, okay, should be fine. Yeah, so we are live. Okay, I just got a message from Dr. Judy Wood about birds and so on. But yeah, so I also have a I'll test this one out right now. So I actually have I'm gonna let's address that steel and feel. Oh no, this guy here. Oh, he's posting these photos. Oh no way, this is Dave McKeegan, the flat Earth guy. And he's talking about 9/11 now. Ah, the psyop guy, of course. Okay, and what does that post? 1 second. Yeah, this guy's posting this stuff here. This is gonna be pretty interesting. He's talking about the planes and the wing. I want to see the wing one. Yeah, this one right here. Wait, he's talking about metal poles bending. I'm talking about the wing. He's using. Wait, he's he's using this as an argument for the wing. Oh man, where's everyone in the chat? Okay, this is absolute mayhem. Is he insane? Okay, this is ridiculous. And why is the Wikipedia giving a flat Earth thingy? This is like literally nonsense. This guy. He's using this is like this is like disgusting garbage. Okay, this thingy, this paper is actually harder than the apple. All right. He's using paper cutting this thing. But these are the material stuff is harder. Shelly, hi, I can't hear the video. Shelly can't hear the video. Really? Is that okay? Apparently I should be fine. Okay, he's using this apple cutting. This is ridiculous. And he's posting Captain Dan Haley. Okay, and this is a bending. It's 2000. What is he is on about? Okay, anyways, yeah. So we have this absolute clown show. I cannot believe he's finally doing this. Okay, steel and jet fuel, and he's talking about this right here. I'm gonna go with this one right here. Yeah. This is okay. Gatekeeper. Yeah, this is like just nasty. Okay, I'm gonna hide this right there. Anyways, the stream's gonna be all over the place. But this was just suddenly popped out of my existence here. I'm gonna go and share this right here. And Dave, so he's good at flat Earth ones and moon landing stuff. But again, it looked like he's been given info because this is. Okay, Shelly says I can hear him, not the video. Oh, I'm not on my Mystic Bazaar account. Didn't realize. What does that mean? Yeah, but you still should be able to see a video. I don't know what you're. on about. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dave, Flat Earth Debunker Dave. Okay, this guy's Flat Earth Debunker um, Dave McKeegan outs himself as a 9/11 gatekeeper with an absolute bogus video, including saying aluminum planes can glide through steel. Okay, clown. Okay, this is I'll post this right here and share this. Absolute nasty. I was gonna post it underneath, but I'm gonna share this anyway. So this is how I do my sharing. And I'll include him in the Ninja. I mean, in the 9/11 Spooks database. Ninja. Okay. I'll just put this as 14. Okay. Anyways, let's get back on the show. Okay, today's gonna be a vacuum F and a bunch of other stuff. Anything science related. What is Matthew's solutions? Okay. Is this what video is this? Okay, Matt has progressed well since this video was released. It showed up on my YouTube today. Oh yeah, what is Matt? This one was actually so this video uh this video was actually done by a friend that was like ran a company called Capture Productions, and he wanted to use he wanted to film it to send it to companies and so on. But like, hey, this is part of my reel that I did. So there's me. There's me when I had hair and no beard. Anyways, you can go watch that. It's a bit out there. Yeah, basically, we had like a fake studio and so on. The guy wanted a professional setup so that he can promote to other people and also promote MES as a big shot. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so this guy here, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. But the thing is, obviously, it's believable. It's like literally believable. I'm gonna go 9/11 passengers. Okay, I'll do that later. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna go to Inley. I forgot to set up this up. I woke up a bit late today, so I didn't set this up. And I'm gonna go and copy this. 1 second, everybody. We'll get back on the. And this is, yeah, I get this guy here. Apparently, he thought I got a tattoo. Um, okay, yeah. So this guy says, "Is this real?" I said, "MES got a Twin Towers tattoo and hair." And a right earring. I mean, left, yeah, an earring there, left earring. Yeah, so earring, but no, this guy's not me. I have a much more muscular back. I'll take a photo. I'll do a AI by myself. There's Twin Towers hair. So there's hair. This guy. Yes. All right, then he's got a earring too. Okay, so that's pretty well. I think I had earrings in one of my fake videos. Here. Earrings. Okay. Earring. How do you spell earring? Okay, MES. Okay, I can't even. I thought I posted by me wearing earrings. I have these fake magnetic earrings. Anyways, so Mystic Bazaar. Okay, epic stuff there. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some deep dives. I'll save those for maybe Saturday. Live stream there. I'm gonna 1 second. I gotta just get my stuff sorted again. I woke up late and then my brother came with his niece yeah, with his kids. So and then they were just like playing with them for a while. For this, okay, now getting some messages. Do you know Tube subsidiaries pay a large portion of weather modification events for accounts such as Ryan Hall, Y'all Weather? Imagine what other channels are part of the deliberate disinfo. YouTube subsidiaries pay a large portion of weather modification events. I don't know what that means. For what do you mean they're paying a large portion of weather modification events for accounts? What is it? Can you simplify that? Okay, I'm gonna do this here. Here's what I do sometimes when I don't understand things. I'm gonna go. Can you simplify what this person means? I'm not sure. We're using Grok to simplify yours timing. This would be pretty interesting. A person's message appears to be a conspiracy theory laced claim about weather forecasting on YouTube. They're suggesting that YouTube or meaning related companies or programs, secretly funds a big chunk of weather modification events. This likely refers to conspiracy theories about governments or corporations controlling or seeding weather. They point to a popular weather YouTuber, Ryan Hall Y'all, a channel with millions of subscribers that does live severe weather coverage. The implication is that his channel, and maybe others like it, isn't on this, either participating in or covering up the fake weather manipulation. The bigger worry, they're speculating that this means YouTube creates weather events for specific channel. Oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, because YouTube's massive, but it's not YouTube's doing the thing. YouTube is part of the NSA, CIA, and all this. They're speculating that this means tons of other weather-related YouTube channels are spreading deliberate misinformation and lies to hide the truth about manipulated weather. That's pretty wild. Yeah. Obviously, everyone's like think of this. Every single YouTuber. Yeah, I'll have to add that guy here. I'm gonna just add him right now. Think about just how many spooks there are. like we're literally living in the Matrix. Like it's like the weird. It's like Clown World Matrix. At least Matrix is like everyone's scary and all this. Now it's like you literally have clowns as disadvantages. So you have Dave McKeegan is part of these spooks. This is the flat Earth moon landing debunker. I'll say flat Earth debunker. Moon landing as well is pretty good. So again, those were pretty good, but that's why whatever you see, even if it's pretty good, you have to be able to double check yourself. If you can't double check yourself, then you're pretty much just NPC. It's part of the government one world agenda. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, think about this. Like, who are these people? You had Ace Baker, Alex Jones, Ashton Forbes, Bart Sobrell, Catherine Russell Fitz, Charlie Sheen. These are just, and it keeps going on. Craig Jenkins, Ian Carroll, James Corbett, James Fulner, Jamie Andrews, Jeremy Reese, or Jimmy Riss, Jim Fetzer, Jimmy Dore, Joe Rogan, Jonathan Cole, Julian Assange. You got Kurt Weldon. Every single, like, think about these people. Their entire life is just lies and lies and lies. Absolute weird reality. Okay, it's like, what planet are we on? I literally don't understand. Like, think about these are 55 people here, and this is just scratching the surface. There's infinitely more. Again, it's all just a giant Freemasonic gong show. All right, so anyways, that's that one here. What I want to do is post it on so anything I post, I'm gonna post it on here as well on the Hive blockchain. Yeah, so Hive is again, it's most underrated crypto, and it's the most underrated thingy in all of the internet. It's again, you have literally a free database. You can throw everything in there and it won't get deleted ever. It's like I just, yeah, I don't understand why people don't do that. And I need to somehow move all my websites to it, because I'm sick and tired of paying for hosting, which is ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna go like this, and I'll try to power through. There's a lot of stuff here we're gonna compact in this thingy. Yeah, back EMF. I'm gonna do the screenshot here, so I'll do a threadcast. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna, okay, so summarize. Okay, and then again, another Ask Math related question. I like Julian Dory, Jimmy Dore, before I saw him on the list. Yeah, I like them too, but again, it's like these are relatable people. A lot of them are just being told what that is, or some of them may not fully know, but it's like, yeah, but they're still a giant clown. Everyone's giant clowns. Have you reviewed the old videos of James Trevor Constable during his time on the weather modification ship in the 1970s? No, I've not seen that. I might have to do that for another stream on weather modification and so on. Because yeah, you have to realize there's infinite conspiracies. Well, it's like there's one conspiracy. The thing is, the world's being run by it's like micromanaged and macromanaged by some satanic Freemasonic elites, and then everything else is just details, right? It's like. And then the reason I focus on 9/11 is like that's like the literal big one. It has everything in there. It has weather modification, right? It's got free energy tech. It's got anti-gravity. It's got media control. It's got literal steel dustification. It's got Hutchinson effect. It's got holographic projection, like a 3D image volumetric projection. It's got yeah, it's literally got anything and everything, and it's got probably a cold directed energy explosion too. So with the impacts, all right, it's got literally anything and everything, and it's got like infinite war game exercises during the same time, and you got infinite disinfo agents. Like think about this one. This is I hit the wrong one. Again, those spooks, right? Literally, you have so many spook. Yeah. You have all of these people, and I'll be putting on the blockchain here as well. I'll update these once in a while. So these are all the list of people. Like you have all of these all for one event. All right, it's like and it's like they all know the exact lines, what to say, what not to say, and sometimes they slip up, but most of the time they're on it. Oh, thanks. I'll follow you back. Okay, yeah, I just began following the Substack. Yeah, epic stuff on Substack. But again, post on Hive blockchain. And eventually they'll have email support. That'll be pretty cool. If you have, because again, you have to think about it as just a generic. Oh, this thing finally uploaded. Yeah, Benefactor TV. Yeah, so and yeah, Benefactor TV. Yeah, I'll be working with him more, and I definitely think he's got some over Unity stuff. I just gotta make it like palatable and confirmed, because this is some bombshell stuff. I'm gonna go to trailer. Let's go like this. Okay, trailer like that. Or 1, 2, 3. Okay, benefit. I just need to fix these up. I just want to do it here instead of later because I'll be doing it anyways. The equipment and Evo documented constables, books, and videos are interesting. Interesting to learn about. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, and I want to post a photo right here of the thumbnail. So this is from 3Speak. Finally added. I had to screen you a Mystic to make sure you were not on the wrong side of 9/11. Thanks, Matt, for important knowledge awareness. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, and again, it's pretty easy to confirm. It's like using the litmus test, Judy with litmus test, and also just like being open, like and being open to information and corrections and so on. But again, it's like, and this is the reason why I don't put David Hughes on a disinfo list, even though I definitely think he's some sort of agent or whatnot. He's still doing a lot of good work getting the word out. Even though he has his own little spin, but the spin is on occasion, so he's not. So it's like, all right. So I don't want to go and hinder whatever, even though he might be, yeah, even though he's definitely. So again, it's like I'm more interested on the ones that make you run away from the info. But yeah, but I still have an eye on it. That'll be for later, anyways. So we got that in there. All right, and. Okay, Telegram web. Okay, so I'm gonna. There's some other questions I had here. This person asked me. Okay, this person needs his book. I hate when they take a screenshot. Just take a freaking photo. Okay, and it can't even open. Like Telegram web is trash, but then Telegram on the this thing is. Okay, where's the attack guy? This person says I need this book, but Telegram desktop. Okay, microwave engineering 3rd edition. I'm gonna do a quick search for this person. I'm gonna copy this image. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's like if I click this anywhere, it opens up full screen. I'm like, I can't work with it full screen, so I have to go. And Telegram web doesn't even load properly, so I have to use this. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll do a quick search for this person is asking again anything technical related. I'll be prioritizing those, microwave engineering, and then we'll go straight to the back EMF stuff because I gotta figure out what in the world that is, because that is what's being used in Benefactor's vortex coils. 3rd edition. David Poser. Okay, let's just see. Person doesn't know how to Google things. Just go, but they're probably using phones a lot. Okay, so a PDF. Let's see if there's a PDF. Well, that's Google Books one. Okay, I'm gonna go to see, there's a PDF. Okay, this one has a PDF thingy. Okay, secure connection. Reload. It doesn't load up. Microwave editions, 4th edition. Microwave engineering by David Poser. Okay, so at least we have 4th edition. Does that load up? Okay, I'll say that we found 4th edition. Okay, so I'll say I found a 4th edition. I have to, yeah, screwing you. Yeah, no, pretty good. But also, it's like again, Mystic Bazaar posted some epic videos that 9/11 Revisionist and I sent center, and it got viral. That's that's pretty bombshell in my book. All right, let's go here. I found the 4th edition. That's that part. What else? Oh yeah, this one here is. I'll just upload it now, and you guys can watch it. This is a video that I actually got Judy with to review, and then she gave me a clarification, and well, she wanted to update it a tiny bit. She wanted to make this sound, so I updated it, and I'll send her the thingy soon. Where's the WTC model? So WTC, I'll do this right here, 888.88. Okay, that's pretty epic. Okay, and then you guys can be the first people to see this. I had it posted the second one. This is unlisted. I'll just reuse it. Extended reuse LiDAR data testing. I'll just say soon. Yeah, I'll just say okay. This will be unlisted for now. Okay, now observable. Okay, yeah, monetized. So when you do YouTube one, you can monetize. You have to click on this sensitive events though. Discussions showing loss and tragedy. Sometimes they get monetized. Almost. Oh no, almost never it is. But if it's like this one, it might be because there's no talking. It's just a 3D model. TikTok is going well now again. Picks up. I'm on the right side now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because yeah. Also to realize it's like we're dealing with literally like giant what's it called? Just like giant event, an event that affects everything. But it's not just an event, but it's like we're literally dealing with actual reality. So it's like you want to be. It's not just on the right side of actual reality, but just like I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase it. It's like basically, yeah. Think of it this way: like we, as an individual person, you're just born into this world, and you don't know what's going on, and so on. But the thing is, we have with 9/11, it's like you have literally a giant gateway into actual reality. So it's like regardless of what the ramifications are, the more likely than not, even if let's say you get killed or whatnot for doing this, it's like, well, this is pretty big. So maybe whatever happens, it's gonna be better anyways. So. Anyways, knowledge is a powerful tool. Yeah. Okay. 9/11 business in the show. Epic stuff. So yeah, 9/11 business. Good thing you're here. So you can be you guys are gonna be first people to see this. This unlisted right now. I'll fix up the editing, and I'll get Judy Wood to confirm. So I sent this draft to her, and then she wanted sounds in this animation. So you guys will be the first people to see this unlisted. I'll publish it once she gets confirmation, and I fix up the description and so on. So I have the everything here, and I have the screenshots ready as well. So it's gonna be pretty epic. So let's play this. I'll make it 1080p. Okay. One second. And also, can you guys hear the sound? Oh no, I had this off. Okay, I had to turn it back on. Oops, I had to turn this on. Yeah. Okay, the sound was off. Yeah, now it sounds back on. Okay, there's before, after. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. So again, and there's the after, and then I started doing some next level stuff. Okay, there's the before and after. Again, Judy would wanted to do this video, this one a bit better, but the thing is, my nieces and nephews kind of broke off a lot of these pieces, so I can't do this again. So it's like this is the only time I could actually do it. Yeah, so I can't do a better one than this one because some of the pieces are gone. So this. Okay, so now here is there's a full video. Okay, there it is. I'll go back here. Look what I've done here, and I had to warp it to make it sure it's like the same perspective. Yeah, so check it out. Anyways, towers are literally gone. And then I added so this is what I did, and then I'll show you what Judy would send me the sound effects for the dump trucks. So this is gonna be pretty epic video. So there's one tower equals 500,000 tons, one Titanic equals 50,000 tons, and now the width of this 208 feet. Oh, and I need to double check that the stuff is correct. Yeah, I'll do that right now actually. And this is 882 feet right here. Okay, so Ryan from Field and Finish this talk yet with AE Now and Truth Insiders. That's Spill the Beans. It's a must listen to. As some serious bombs get dropped. Interesting. Okay, we'll have look at this one here as well. Do a double check that this is the same exact height here. That Judy would actually ask me to double check that. Anyways, 882 feet wide. This one here. Now watch what happens. Yeah, that circular primary destruction spots are telling. Yeah, video. Yeah. Okay, let's play this. Yeah, see the sound? She wanted to make more of an animation, so it falls there and it crumbles. Listen to this again. Yeah, so 20 Titanics. Look at that. That's them stacked on top of each other. And look at the sound. The sound is dump trucks emptying rocks or something. Okay, now look at this pattern. Yeah, this is the going out and in. Look at that. And now we'll have the this is 20 Titanics. This is just 2 towers, not even including the 5 Titanics for the Building 7, and then a whole bunch of other Titanics for the other ones. So this is absolutely ridiculous. Where did the towers go? And then I separate them, and then yeah, look at this. Where did the towers go? This is gonna be epic. Unbelievable. All right. So again, short little clip, and that's gonna go viral. I'll send it to her later. Here's better link. This one here. How long does this one goes for?
Hello and welcome.
Oh, this is the one. Okay, because I was clicking on your on the Telegram, wouldn't load. So like, if you can put a link here actually, because you sent it here, Norman, and it just wouldn't load for some reason. This one here, you sent it earlier, and it just wouldn't load. This is someone frequent occurrence. You posted here. It tagged me when I do this. I can't see stuff. And why is it horizontal? I mean vertical. Anyways, like what plan am I? You can rotate these. Publish. Okay, what did you do? Okay, I'm like looking at sideways. What's the occurrence? Kaido using an iPad. Yeah, again, you have to realize iPad is like next level. Okay, what's the issue? Okay, I literally can't see nothing. If you can rotate that, it's like, what planet am I on? Please rotate that. I'll do a meta right here. I'll just save it in there. Okay, here. Okay, it's meta. Okay, save it. Show in Finder. Okay, so we have it here, and I will play this so I could rotate it because I'm blind. See what the issue is. Yeah, and also, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna send Mystic Bazaar if you want join call. I can send you maybe later in this show to go over Hive if there's any issues you have. How do I rotate? Like, what do I do in here? Rotate. Like, what planet am I on? Why is nothing just have a rotate button? Okay, so I'm gonna have to put it right here. Okay, now this doesn't open up. Okay, so I gotta quit and open up, and we're gonna go and see this here. I'm gonna do project. Oh my goodness, just open. Everything is just okay. Okay, just new project. Wow. I clicked open project by accident. Okay, click right here. Okay. Rotate 90 degrees. Negative 90. Okay. Yeah, it does this thing rotated. It's like I have a virus on the screen. I can't see anything. I don't know what you mean. It does the thing rotated. I'm not. I can't. It's like, please speak English, guys. Please help me out. Fit the visible. Okay, I'll just do that. Okay, so you're doing this, but what is the issue here? You have it sideways. Okay. Okay, this is why can't I just, what am I doing? Why is it okay like that? That's how I do it. Okay. Getting the PCs rebuilt this weekend, so from next week I'll be hitting Hive. Might have to do a quick tutorial on this. Yeah, and also if you want to do a full live stream on it, if you want to do Norman next Saturday live stream, setting up your Hive PC. Yeah, if you want to do that next week Saturday, it'd be cool. Like actual live stream. That'd be pretty epic, and then people can learn from you how to set it up, because a lot of people it'd be easier to like teach others just because. Yeah, anyways, and then I'll be also, yeah, Nancy Hutchinson paid for my trip. I'll be going to John Hutchinson's place. So anyways, let's play this video. Okay, so you're trying to go at an article, but what's the issue here? This is just a, and you can't see the screen there. Entropy. The keyboard is all, but that's the thing with, that's just an iPad thing. Like the screen's tiny. That's just a iPhone, iPad, or whatever. Oh, audio lower. Gain 0. Okay, and it just pops up when you don't want to. Yeah, unless you do it vertically. Again, that's just the typing. Does it happen with other sites? Like I don't. Why is this? But why is the screen so? Why is the thing so big? Okay, so that's. Is that just with them? Have you tried it anywhere else? And why is it it's so big? Yeah, you're looking like a tiny screen. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, so I use energy okay, yeah, description. Okay, pretty. So the question is, does this show up all the time? Is this the only place that does that? Like isn't that keyboard always take over the screen? Anyways, when I type the post. Yeah, unless you do it the vertical. Do it vertical when you type, because again, because it's the vertical will have more. The keyboard will be smaller. Yeah. So anyways, that's that part. So I don't know about that. Yeah. So anyways, Norman, if you are interested in a full deep dive or even Mystic Bazaar, only on Hive do you have issue. Okay. Yeah. What happens on the yeah? Yeah. I don't, that's a good question. And what are you're using Peak? So if you're using the iPad. So use this instead of Peaked. So you're using the website. Use eSency instead, because eSency is an actual app. The other ones you use. Do you use any website like on your iPad? Type beside because when you use YouTube, you're using the app. Use eSency iPhone app. I can't edit. It gives you inaccuracies on my typing attempts, like the cursor bounce. Okay. Anyways, download this instead. Like use this one on your app store. Only site that does it is it is high in its intermediate. Yeah, yeah. But what I mean, it's also again, it's a Hive blockchain. So it's like it's not it's run by random people creating the random website. It's not, so like they're not just a company, a giant company behind this. So, but this one has an actual app you can download. Oh, it doesn't matter. Try it vertical too. Okay, that's a bug. So you can also send that bug as well to So you can make an article. You can make an article, and video on peaked / eSency / 3speak about the bug, and lots of hivers will upvote you. Yeah, so and if you tag them, it's like a bug, but you have to realize it's like there's no company, so just you can make the post and then see what happens. And because like for example, I made one. So anyways, download the eSency one right here. It's easier. So I don't use Peaked on my phone. I use eSency. Like you can literally download. It's an app. So I can show you on my thingy here. I'm gonna go hide this. So where's eSency? So here's eSency app. Like click the button, and there's literally an app. And it's perfectly set up for, and I don't have any issues. So, but like download the app when you're using iPads or iPhones and all that, or Android and so on. And but like just to give you an example, so I made a post before. This was on, and it gets a lot of posts, a lot of upvotes. So anything related to Hive, you'll get a lot of stuff there. So like, where's the one that doesn't work in Leo? I think. Yeah, I wrote about it. Okay, where did it go? Okay, this one here. So I made one right here. So in Leo, Peak, eSency, and Odyssey links are not always opening on YouTube, and I just posted about this, and then I got a bunch of upvotes. $6 there. So like $7 just by posting this. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is, you can post it on there. I'm sorry, uploading videos, but I'm going to try again. Then I'll try on eSency. Yeah. But 3speak's working again. Like 3speak. Yeah, and also post on 3speak. The videos are working again. Sometimes it doesn't work because again these are decentralized setups. They're trying to do it not from like using centralized servers. I haven't really used it. Yeah, but use that if you're on your iPad. It's just peaked. It's like but it's an Android app. Use that as the app. Like download it. Like don't go to eSency.com. Just download. Go to your app store and download it. Okay, go to Android. App Store. Okay, and then we'll go back. We'll try to. Yeah, so you can search these up and go eSency. Like download the app. Okay, like I don't know how to stress enough. When you're using phones and stuff, that's why when you use Twitter, when you use YouTube, people don't realize you're using just the apps. You're not actually using the website. Website isn't even the YouTube website is trash on iPad and any other website. It's just they're not made for it. I'll try 3-speak. I'm on my laptop, so I got the browser. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you're using browser, yeah, get 3-speak. So like these are starting to upload again. So like here's my channel. I uploaded. This one just published and so on and so forth. Again, make sure to post there. And yeah, see, let's play this right here.
Welcome to field inter.
Okay, and why is it double? Yeah, that's okay. Going back here, this is one thing I was talking about nano revisionist when it wasn't working. So when I go back up here, yeah, this one here, that this doesn't.
Hello,
Oh, it's loading now. It's loaded now.
It seems with my short conversation with you before
But why is there an echo? Why is there a double echo?
this that they, on the note of the calling for an investigation,
Is that supposed to happen? So is there? How am I supposed to listen to this without getting MK Ultra?
interference. This is your host.
Vet all the volunteers, and that gave her access to
Consistent, stable login. Again, I don't know what you mean. Try it. You need to use a. But again, you're probably using a phone. Yeah. 3-speak had an issue. It's not as good on the phones. Yeah, there's an issue. I downloaded the app when you were talking about it last time. Yeah, the app isn't as good. On 3-speak, sometimes I have to use a Hive keychain and then open up inside Hive keychain. Like the app is trash there. Yeah. So again, you just try to like find ways around it. So what I use is I use a Hive keychain and then I open on the browser on Hive keychain. So what I do is I go to Hive keychain. Like on the Hive keychain app, and then I open up 3-speak on there. And how do I do that? Now it's like just everything's just trash. Okay, there's the sites. So what I do is I open it up. I go to open.
Okay, people, whip out your apocalypse.
Okay, so there's my cousin there. So I watch it. Yeah, so I open up there, and then I watch it from the browser built into Hive keychain because the 3-speak app is just trash. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, babysit my grandkids a lot during the day and early news since my daughter-in-law went back to. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and this one is a bit out there. So if someone has access or someone knows how to use AI to or just Photoshop to or Video Shop to make it the echo gone.
Explain what vetting is.
Yeah, so there's an echo that's like MK Ultraing in Leo. I'm gonna go right here. I'll suppose it's here. So it's part of this thing. I'm gonna go summarize. Okay, we're gonna summarize. It could be the first post there. Yeah. So again, today's live stream's a bit all over the place. Like, and definitely the second hour we'll try to focus more on the science stuff. Okay, there's this one here. A failure by design. Yeah. That's another part. It is failure by design. The whole thing is set up like that. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Okay, so the other part is I'll keep this open. I'll keep this like this. And then I'm gonna open up a new tab for searching. Just be searching. And yeah, all right. So we're back in the show. Yeah. So you guys saw that first ever demo. I'll be publishing this later. And again, the noise is idea was Judy Woods. All right, and. Okay, and then right now, as we speak, right when I showed the thingy there, this one here, this guy just posted here. Where did it go? Okay, here's massive library. I think it was somewhere here. Where did he just post it there? Okay, there it is. Yeah, so Charlie Maxey said right here. Yeah, mainstream debunker Dave McKeegan gives 9/11 a go. Says the planes have enough energy to make the crash dynamics look like they did. Compared the planes going to buildings to plane cars cutting fruit when going really fast. He says it's possible when the planes going at 600 miles an hour would have enough energy for it to have happened the way it did. Yeah, that's absolute clown show. What people don't realize is plastic is very hard. Okay, it's like a tiny little thin plastic that's stronger than the. Like think okay here's you always try to get apples and oranges. So if you're cutting a carrot, okay, a carrot is not strong. It's just that you just have a super thick amount of carrot, all right. But like the actual yeah, so like but the actual setup is a plastic and it's also paper. Yeah, it's a plastic paper there. The super tiny thing is also it's like plastic layered around paper or whatnot. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, and also when you're throwing it, when you throw it at the lengthways wise, that's the thicker part. So now you're going faster, and it's like much thicker. The material itself is stronger. So imagine you had a stack of paper, like plastic lined paper, like or like film lined paper, and then just like shave off a thin piece of the carrot. The carrot's super weak when you shave off a thin piece of it. Yeah. So anyway, that's like literally bogus science. I suggest people email them so the record sharing basic flight dynamics I already have. Okay, epic stuff. Yeah, the guy is, but again, the guy's literally the gatekeeper. So they use moon landing and flat Earth as the go-to to cover up everything. Because those ones, I'm pretty sure, there's too much evidence for it to be like around Earth and to moon landing. They just want to do a rock. Okay, it's nothing special in my opinion. So what I want to go is here. I don't even need to open this one. I have this here. I'm gonna go to because this guy the same argument as the bogus ping pong ball. Ping pong ball. It's like why do they? I don't understand why they use such nonsense. So here, now I'm disinfo agent said a ping pong ball is not harder than plywood, but it clearly is. A ping pong ball going. This is going 1,100 miles an hour will explode upon impact upon a wooden paddle and then move through the paddle. This is in part to the ball acting like a literal exploding pocket of air, but also because the material of a ping pong ball is made of is stronger than the wood. A ping pong ball is made of plastic that is about 0.4 millimeters thick. Compare that with a wooden paddle, which has a thickness of 5 to 7 millimeters. If the roles were reversed, then a 0.4 millimeter thick wooden ball, literally a paper ball, will not do damage to a 7 millimeter thick plastic paddle. And I made that right here. So here's, you just reverse the thing. You can't just, so here is, okay, I'm gonna play this, actually, never mind, I have the echo here. Okay, no, my bad, the echo, there's no echo in the thing. I have this turned on, unbelievable. Okay, there's an echo on this one as well, so my bad, Island Revisionist, you had it correct, I had it incorrect, I have this echo, this was listening to myself. Anyways, again, you're dealing with a Mac. Everything's different than the other one. I'm going to play this back. Okay, so I have to retract what I said before. This is correct. I thought it was an echo. It's just my own sec. So this is going to be working fine.
We were talking about Alyssa earlier.
Okay, there it is. It's working fine.
AE 911 Truth. We'll be right back. Be ignorant to that fact.
Why would they be so opposed?
Okay, there it is. Sorry, yeah, so there's no echo. It was just me. I had the echo mode on to, like, listening to see if I could hear myself by accident. Okay, yeah, so anyways, I'll play this right here. And when I say stuff and it's clearly wrong, just tell me it's wrong. Say there is no echo, and then I'll be like, all right, it's my own issue. All right, so I'm gonna go back here. Okay, this one right here. So here's the here. So here is a ping pong ball from
They're
Mythbusters.
supersonic balls, but before that, they want to shoot Jamie's lucky bat.
It has no idea what's in store for it. Totally knows what's in store for it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy Batman.
So here's slow motion.
Problem.
That is a beautiful, beautiful object.
That is an 1,100 mile per hour ping pong ball, ladies and gentlemen.
But is it lethal?
Yeah, so
Ping pong ball, ladies.
let's go slow motion on this as well.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it hits, explodes,
And,
disintegrates, and then goes in. And again, it's super hard. Now here's me throwing a plastic. Here's my Mythbusters attempt. So this is just a plastic ball throwing at a thick. I mean, this is a paper ball throwing at a thick plastic plate. They're basically reversing the roles. You're not gonna do anything to it. It's not gonna blow up. Doesn't matter how fast you throw it. Throw 100 miles an hour. Nothing's gonna happen. Depending on the wood and whether it's pressed or solid as the tree substrate, EPI versus pine is phenomenal. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so again, the guy, I cannot believe he used the most, like, this is literally proof that planes can't go. He was looking at this, and instead of showing this part here, he's showing, hey, look, it's bent here. This little tiny screw is a little bent, like this little tiny, yeah, this is cutting off the wing, you psychopath. But anyways, there's nothing, you don't need to expect much from these guys. It's the usual. Okay, anyways, but yeah, great for Norman emailing him. Yeah, so definitely email him, guys. I'll add an email. Okay, I'm gonna go and Okay, and I'll post it right here when I do this. Yeah, I'll leave a comment. Oh, I could leave a comment on it. No, I can't do it. Leave it like comment schedule post. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll just do it right here. To let him, yeah, email him to let him know. No basic physics. Okay, let's put that there. All right, so that's I'll be showing it at 14:22, so 2:22. Okay, so we have that part. And what else did we have here on the show? Yeah, so okay, this is yeah, so the other one I wanted to show quickly is, yeah, so I'm gonna go to John and Nancy's place again. So Nancy actually, okay, now I can't even, okay, let's go back, just unbelievable. Hutchinson. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, I got my trip booked to the annual MES live stream at the John and Nancy headquarters. So I'm gonna go there. No, I'll fly November 10th at night. I'll probably land there like in the morning, like 1 a.m. or something, and then on Tuesday, on November 11th, 11/11. All right, so that'll be pretty epic. And then I'll fly home on Saturday night ish, or just yeah. And basically, yeah, and Nancy's actually paying for the whole thing, so she actually paid, well, yeah, she paid pretty much the whole thing, like 99% of the cost. So, yeah. So, anyways, she said, let me know what you need and the cost, airline ticket, hotel, car, and I'll cover the cost. You do the live stream, okay? It's gonna be similar to that other weed event, but it's gonna be a bit better. She had a lot of technical difficulties back then, and I'll try to make a better setup than I did, and I'll try not to get too high, because last time I was pretty high. I'll try to yeah, I'll try to make it more professional. But then I'll then if I have time, yeah, you're gonna be with them on my B day. When's your birthday again, Norman? Is it on the 13th, 14th? When is your birthday? So I'll be there on the 10th. Yeah. So and she said if there's anybody else wants to go, they can also go as well. And I said, yeah, Norman from South Africa wants you to pay for him. And he's like, no, I'm not paying for anybody else. All right, so I actually asked Nancy if if she can pay for your show. All right, yeah. So the 1st, the 11th, the 14th. Okay, epic stuff. Yes, 14th, the Friday. All right, yes, we'll have a party. I'll tell John to say happy birthday to you. I'll get a video clip of him saying that, and also I'll get him to say something for Judy Wood as well. All right, so that's that part. What else did we want to share here? Okay. Oh yeah, then also I want to send this to John. So John just learned I just learned you'll be there in November. Well, I look forward to it. I'm like, yep, going to be happy. Let's do some let's get some anti-gravity experiments up and running. See you soon. Well, awesome, a pleasure, it'll be fun. And I'm gonna show quickly this thingy someone made. I'll just go here. Hutchison. Subscriber. I think someone made it here. Yeah, this one here. I'll send this one in here. So subscriber made this photo of John and MES. I'll send this over to John. Dude, this is going to be us again. Okay, let's see this one. Get us some seeds. I would love to have I would love to have came had I known sooner. Yeah, and if you are nearby, you can if you can drive over if you're, I don't know where you live, but you can if you're yeah. So I just knew yesterday. So yesterday's when I booked. So there's me and there's John. All right, subscriber made that. Yeah. So so I'll be live streaming that, but I'm not gonna. I probably won't do a live stream in John's lab. But I'll videotape some stuff and then I'll upload them later or show them on a live stream in a later one. Just because it's doesn't have reception and so on. Anyways, so that's that part. And the other one is let's see some other stuff right here. I'm gonna go over. Okay, so I'm gonna go over back EMF near the end. I just want to get. Is there anything else? Yeah. Okay, this one. I think there's some posts here again. I'm gonna go to this one here. It's been a while since I had a look at Drew's comments right here. I'm gonna go to Drew's. He sent some stuff. Drew earlier. Okay, this one here. He sent a bunch of stuff, but again, a lot of text. I just can't read text so much. Couple of legends. Again, Dr. Bass Ogwards. Let's go. Yeah, that'd be epic. Thank you. I thought it was interesting as well. Also have been looking into some ancient texts like Nag Hammadi from the 2nd, 3rd century for some clues in regard to the moon's origins. At least some time to actually create a report. I encountered gatekeeping with the Voynich manuscript, contacted Biniki Library at Yale, didn't receive a warm reception, claiming they didn't publish official information regarding the book. They pointed me to Reddit and forums. I contacted a moderator by the name of Rich Santa Colomba. He's supposed to be one of the main people overseeing translation attempts and giving verdicts on their accuracies. His articles are choked full of reflexive dismissal of any attempts, all warnings that it's a waste of time and other deterring one-liners. I have an updated version of my report. See below. Okay, this is a. I just wanna download this one. Okay, I'm gonna download. Where did I put this? I think it was I forgot what it was. Research. Where did it go? Extra sources. I think something like that. This is unified field theory guy. Okay. Let's go to random. Oh, whoops. I thought I just said random. Oh, new folder. Random. Let's download Voynich manuscript. See what happens here. Okay, root words, derivatives. Okay. Okay, this is yeah, this is again, this is this is just not what I've been covering. So it occurs to me that this book's an ancient pharmacology manuscript, and whoever wrote it had an intimate knowledge of chemistry and the compounds within each herb. Well, there's no mention of the compounds released within the book. The process described would release flavonoids, volatile oils, phenolic acids, and various other compounds that suit a particular purpose, from binding wounds, anti-inflammatory sedatives, estrogens. I spare you all of the details at this time because they are extensive and I don't wish to overwhelm. But according to my research, this book is the holy grail of herbal message. Okay, the Voynich manuscript. I think he said some other stuff. This one right here, translation. What is the Voynich manuscript? Again, this will be for another day. Okay, this is translation API, but where is the actual? Okay, this is the translation. Okay, so apparently this was the manuscript that has bunch of stuff there. Root essence, gather those cycles, stir, shake. Okay, so it's like a recipe book for herbs and EVA revised. I'm gonna go to Voynich manuscript. What is this Voynich manuscript wiki? It's an illustrated codex handwritten in an unknown script referred to as Voynich William carbonated okay, but why did you say 2nd and 3rd century? This is early, dated to 15th century. Okay, one column page. Okay, yeah, this will be for another day. I'll just say, all right, yeah, okay, that's a text like Nag Hammadi. All right, okay, just catching up on your. Yeah, see, this is Voynich manuscript. What in the world is this? It says basically it's written in codex. It's like a hidden code. Or no, I'm saying unknown script Voynich. I'm gonna say Can you text? I'm gonna just say what ask Rock. Make a table summarizing the Voynich manuscript. What it is, when it was created, and what it means, etc. It's written in an unknown language, I thought. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just say what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna say interesting. The is still unknown in mainstream history, like yeah, so it'd be like so yeah, could be in pharmacology. All right, anyways, that's that. Pretty interesting. Yeah, so Oh, it shows photos too now. Absolutely. Here's summary of the key aspects. Example of it. Illustrated book that has puzzle scholar. So illustrated codex handwritten in an unknown script called Voynich. And then one was carbon dated to this one specifically 14. Anyways, 14th century encrypted in a natural language cipher. So basically it's encrypted. So it's literally got it's probably some Freemasonic nonsense. Oh no, that's the theory, main theory. An artificial or construct, a hoax or meaningless gibberish. Acquired by bookseller from a Jesuit college in England, in Italy. Its earlier ownership traced back to 17th century, possibly linked to Holy Roman Emperor. They're held at Yale University. Okay, it's like it's probably Freemasonic. Like ritual cooking book or something. Still unresolved with ongoing research into linguistics. Okay, I'm gonna quickly share this one here. It has really cool assertions that help with my understanding its content. Okay, where's the full book? Okay, give me the full book. Oh, this is Voynich. Where's the full book? Contents. Okay, where's the full book? Gallery, or just the full book. Full book. Let's just see the full book thingy. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, there it is. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go here. Whoop. Oh, that's a click. I accidentally clicked it. See, don't click anything. So just, okay. So there's a bunch of colors and so on. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it could be verbs and so on. Okay. It's pretty epic. 209 pages. Again, this stuff should be archived on the Hive blockchain. But our blockchain doesn't do images directly yet, but eventually will. Okay, that's pretty epic. Because that's how it is. I'll be posting this here. And here. Alright, and then I think he said something else earlier as well. I think he sent something. I just didn't have time to look at this one. Voynich manuscript. Oh, he sent a folder there. Oh, that's when authorship and intellectual property revisions. Okay, this is that stuff. Again, I just need to wrap my head around. I think he said something else on there. Unified field theory, complete. Okay. Put it down entirely. Okay, this is then he. There's unified field theory there. Yeah. Okay, basically, yeah, it's going there. We'll leave that for another day. Okay, anyways, yeah, some stuff is just too much bandwidth to incorporate everything into my noggin. Anyways, so I'm gonna go over some okay, so with what's his name, I set up a where's Drive? Google Drive. So I set up a shared folder with Benefactor, and where's the shared drive? So MES Beneficent TV. So I put some links there because you can't put links directly. So anyways, I'll just open this up, and then he sent this video here, 23 reduction test MOV. So I'm gonna go to Ben. Yeah, Ben sent this message here. Okay, I hope this one is. We'll read this and we'll go over back EMF stuff because it's related to it. And so anyways, I hope this one's a bit better for you. We can trim it if we need it. But basically goes over all the steps involved in for the Wattman reduction experiment. Also, basically, this Wattman one is you have a Wattman reading, or like a Watt reading thingy. And then basically he's saying once you add the vortex coil to the circuit, it reduces the amount of power input required. And then he was 23, this video is 23 watts reduction in power. And but he says later that in a live stream he did a few days ago was 33, so it broke his own record. So anyways, also it's a good thing I screwed up before, because now we know that the new Nunes method of combining channels and crossing signals, that is the reason this reduction effect happens. The other way of straight channel A start to channel A plus input and channel A end to channel A minus input on the receiver just won't produce the same effect. Yeah, so I'll have to ask him, simplify this first, or even ask Grok. Very interesting. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know it's an indicator that we might be able to tap this extra energy somehow. perhaps wirelessly via wireless induction on a secondary pickup coil. Further testing will be required to determine its practical applications. I'm so happy I got this working again to show everyone for the next live stream. Yeah, so he's going to show this for the next live stream, a 23 reduction test. And we'll watch this right now while I lower this thingy here. Yeah, so I'm going to go and play the video. Pretty good. The painting process on it is very interesting, especially when you consider the compounds that are used and their availability and knowledge at the time it was said to be written. Pretty good, but I can't stand listening to old man builds, and he's often on Ben's channel. The guy's smart, but he's also an idiot and jerk. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, basically, I want to get my hands on that Vortex coil, that Ben Factor, once he can make one for MES. No, but yeah, Ben's a good guy. I definitely think he's onto something. I want to see some, but the thing is, it's like people don't realize if you get let me just lower my desk. My desk is like my standing desk is an issue now. When you lower, you gotta push down before it with your hands, otherwise it gets an error for some reason. Things like wearing down, or I don't know. All right, so anyways, now back to sitting, and I'll play this. Well, I want to go washroom first, so I'm gonna go washroom. I'll be back. But in the meantime, I'll play a video. Is there any video that I have on the show? What's a good video that we can play? Where's a good video? Okay, we could play. Let's show this one here. John actually uploaded to his channel. Okay, we're just gonna do the same one as I showed before. This was the just because I gotta go to the washroom dashboard. Okay, we'll play this one right here. Okay, we'll play the same one. I'm gonna go watch this video of the WTC and let's go. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so this like hiding and showing again, this is unbelievable. It's just like that's again 20 Titanics are missing. And it doesn't even look like there's enough steel for one Titanic. That's how ridiculous 9/11 is. So 9/11 is the absolute big one. It's like anyone wants to be taken seriously for any reason, they need to get 9/11 correct. Otherwise, it's like what are we doing with our lives? And also I got a message from Drew said. As far as I know, it's still unknown in mainstream history. Some cryptologists, but the Voynich manuscript. Some cryptologists, linguists, historians believe that it's gibberish at this point, despite how detailed the whole book is. Some painstakingly wrote and illustrated the book. Yes, someone painstakingly wrote and illustrated the book using 12 different variations of grammar in multiple languages. I do believe, however, whoever wrote it was in fact knowledgeable about how to extract compounds from herbs, many of which are common weeds in our backyards, and for what purposes these compounds can be useful. All right, no, it picks up. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the show here. All right, yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna play this video. This is the benefactor watt-min reduction. So we'll see. Let's see if he what he says here. I haven't seen it yet. So we'll play this right now.
All right, Matthew, I finally figured out what I did wrong. I hooked up the coil wrong. So we're only using one channel on the stereo amp, and basically...
So there's a stereo amplifier, I think that's what it means. Basically it has like sound adjusting how, I think that's what it is. What does a stereo amp do? We'll go to stereo amp. Go to, let's rock. What does a stereo amp do? I'll do, let's do this right here. So boost a low-level audio signal from a source like a phone, CD, turntable to a level strong enough to drive speakers or produce sound. You can hear. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you get a low signal and then you have to boost it. It takes the weak electrical signal, amplifies its voltage and current. So this one you could use it. Yeah, stereo amplifier. Yeah, you could amplify the signal. Okay, so that's amplifying the signal again. This is how I learn because I haven't done this. It's not second nature for me. So I'll be learning each step. And that's another thing. Whenever you watch any video about anyone, mainstream or alt media or even MES, any claim or sentence I make or others make, those are like things you can validate or not. So you can, like a lot of people they want to, when you want to take a big topic like moon landing, 9/11 and so on, it's like they think it's too big for them to learn it. But what I'm trying to say is like just take any sentence someone makes and then see if you can validate if it's true or not. And then now you have that data point for a long time, and then you keep going on and on, and then you can help build like a giant pyramid of knowledge. Anyways, please.
What we're doing is we're hooking the end of channel A up to the beginning of channel B, and using the start and end of channel A and channel B for one channel input on the stereo board. You can see at 42 right here, we're about 41 watts consumption.
It's hard to see that. Yeah, there's 41 watts.
Okay. Putting in about 14.7 volts, 1.9 amps.
Yeah, 1.9 amps. It's still a decent amount.
It's all the way up on the gain. So we're gonna put this in here. I'm gonna set this to 1 and slowly increase it. This is the tuning process that I was speaking about. If you get it correctly, you can get it to be very efficient. I just got it to go down 10 watts. Let's see if we can get it more. I think the max was 30 watts. I was able to get it to go down. So let's see how far we can push the system. Put this in here. You can see it's already starting to move.
So he puts a ball there, and like a steel ball, or is it a magnet? But I think it's just a steel ball, and then you put it in the glass, it just spins.
At 1 hertz.
Oh no, it is a magnet. Yes, he puts a magnet there, and then now it's gonna inside the coil.
Okay. And you can see, even just with it inside, it starts to fluctuate. 23, 21.
So what is before, like 41 or something?
But again,
So what was it there?
it's going to be a lot lower wattage since we're only at 1
Okay, that's 21 right at 21.
hertz. Okay. So we take this out at 1 hertz, and it's not going to be up at around 40, right? It goes down to 22. Simply because we don't have that frequency modulating the signal. It's 1 hertz, so it's very slow. All right, so we put this in here. So again, without this in here at 42 hertz, we're at 41 watts, okay? So, and we'll show you that when I take this out, when it starts spinning. Okay, so the tuning process. We've got to go kind of slow until it catches itself, and then steady. Hear it? Hear it? Slow and steady.
So basically, he's adding the frequency, increasing the frequency of the I think it's like the clear sign, basically on and off of the current there. And then and that noise in the background is just spinning the ball. It's just ball spinning faster and faster and faster.
Oh. Let it catch itself. It's kind of getting off balance. Slow and steady. Let's increase it just a little bit. We want that smooth sound, so it's a little jaggedy right now. see if we can smooth it out a little bit. Holy shit! Damn! Let's see what we're at. 33. Okay, we take this out to show you. Oh, it's still spinning. And then it goes up to 40.
Okay, so 41.
Right?
Watts.
We put it back in, zoom it back up, and it'll go down again. But we have to remember, we have the tuning process. So we have to go back down. You know what? Let's try a sine wave. We were on square. Let's try sine wave. Because we want it to go real smooth. There we go. Let's see what it's at. Well, we had it at 29. It went up a little bit because it slowed down. Let's go back down. Let's try that again. There we go. Come on, baby.
Yeah, what if the ball blows up? Okay.
Oh, wow. 13. Holy shit.
Yeah.
14 watts. And it just caught itself. So it's going back up. It's going back up. Yep.
But what is
Without the
VA?
magnet in
But what's a VA?
there, it'll probably go up to above 40. Oh, no. 37.
Like it's 37, yeah, so basically you got it to like 23 down. But the other thing is, what are these, all these numbers? Because is everything else changed? VA, I think. I'm gonna do it quickly. Oops, I can't go back like that. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. So you have, this is, that's a time, it's a 65.9, but also the ball spinning extremely fast. So 24.78, is that default? Oh, I know, I think that's just a calculation there, default amps. I'm gonna go quickly. Okay, what is this measuring? And there's a photo. Let's see what this is. Let's see if it takes it. The image shows a display measuring the total operating time, apparent power in volt amperes. Okay, that is power. The real-time power in watts, which is the actual power consumed for or delivered by the device to perform work. Which and this is the 24 watts, and this one is VA is the volt and amperes, the apparent power in volt amperes, which indicates the total power flowing through the device, including both real and reactive power. This suggests the device is tracking the energy usage or output of an appliance, possibly an audio amplifier or similar equipment over time. Differences between VA indicates some reactive power, which is common devices with inductive capabilities. Make a table explaining reactive power. Okay, so what is that in the world does that mean? Okay, like please make a table. What is this? What does it even mean? Power that oscillates between the source and reactive components, inductors, capacitors, without being converted to work or heat. VAR, volt ampere reactive, does not perform useful work but is necessary for maintaining voltage levels. VA, measured as the product of voltage times by current. Basically just the voltage and current that's being measured, I think, and then the... Oh, this is total power in AC circuit, vector sum of the real and reactive power. Power that's actually concerned with converting to work, heat. Only the component power that does useful work. Okay, so basically the only thing that going to it. And then somehow, okay, how do they measure it? Examples. Found motors, transformers, okay. Explain how VA versus watts are measured. So how would you measure them? It's like what one is calculating. I think one is just they differ in what they represent, how they're measured. VA definition represents the total power in AC circuit, including both the power and does reactive that oscillates between the source and reactive components. This is calculated as just the root mean squared average, basically the average of the volts and current. So V times A. This is measured directly using a power meter. So this is measured directly using power meter. W real power. Actual power consumed converted into useful work. Heat, light, mechanical accounting measured. Calculated as a product of the V, RMS, and the power factor, which accounts for the phase difference between voltage and current. So basically, it's just the VA times power factor. Measured using a wattmeter or power analyzer, which detects the in-phase component of the voltage and current over time. This requires a device that can calculate the average power by considering the sine wave of the phase angle. In DC circuits, when there's no phase difference, W equals VI, simplifying the measurement. So basically, basically it's just the VI. So basically but the thing is, it's changing. So then you're going to take the root mean squared. What is power factor? Okay, what is power factor? So basically, I think it's because it's sine wave. You have on and off, and I think the current one is just times by the maximum. I think that's just the maximum. So all the power is converted to useful work, light, heat, value less, infer. So basically, measure how effective electrical power is being used in an AC circuit. It's the ratio of real power measured in watts, apparent measured and expressed as that. So basically, you need a power factor somehow. Power factor goes out, or power factor is cosine. Okay, real power divided by where phase is the phase angle between voltage and current. So what in the world? Basically, is the difference between the angles there. Luckily, due to inductance, so is a reactive. In short, power factor shows how much the supply power is actually being useful. And there's a phase angle. I'm gonna go to power factor. That's for another day. Power factor. What is it? It's a logarithmic calculation as well. I think it's root mean squared. I'm not sure if they're both. It doesn't say they're logarithmic. Okay, power factor. Okay, what the power factor explain? Let's do a shorter one. What is power factor? Active reactive power correction. Okay, what is power factor? Let's do this right here. Short one.
Are complicated invoices and rising dollars per month, or KVA. So what's the difference for the job at hand? Think of an idling motor. Is the idling motor doing any work? No.
Okay, power factor, reactive. Active, reactive, apparent power. Okay, basically what a power factor is. Okay, let's do this right here. Then we'll go to the, we'll do the EMF stuff soon.
Hey there guys, Paul here from the engineeringmindset.com. In this video, we're going to be discussing power factor. We're going to start off really easily with some simple analogies to help you understand the basics, and then we'll advance it into electrical engineering terms with factor ratio of the electricity consumption of an entire building. In either case, it represents the ratio between true power and apparent power. We pay for it by the glass, but inside the glass there is both beer and foam. The more beer we have, the less foam there will be, so we get very good value for money. If there is a lot of foam, what does the reactives? Use it, so we don't really want much.
Okay, so the foam is reactive. I know what it is.
Pouts, or KW. How much value for money we're getting for it as a leading power factor, so it's telling us how much value for money we're getting for the power we consume. If we briefly touch on electrical engineering, and I will keep this part brief, then we might see this expressed as a power triangle. In this case, I'll draw it as a leading power factor as it's easier to visualize. The beer or true power is the adjacent line. Then we have the foam, which is the reactive power on the opposite. Then for the hypotenuse side, which is the longest side, we have the apparent power.
So that's the phase angle then.
This is at an angle from the true power. The angle is known as theta. You see, as the reactive power or the foam increases, then so does the calculations and worked examples later in this video. The will be very low, so electricity companies tend to not worry about this. or watts, kilowatt hours, the voltage drops, which reduces the supplier's distribution capacity. Building falls below a certain power factor is anything below 0.8 connected to a three-phase four-function. Let's first have a look at an example. If we compare two induction motors that both have an output of 10 kilowatts and are connected to a three-phase 415 50Hz supply, one has a power factor of 0.87 and the other with a
but what is the basically how efficient it is? I just want to see what in the world, like, what are you actually measuring? RBS reactive power. See, I just want to see an image. Because those ones are just talking about like already given it. Okay, reactive power. Okay, how is calculating reactive power? They're always using the exact same setup there. Okay, let's see this guy maybe. Oh, data centers, circuits. What is reactive power in electric circuit? Okay, this might be better. Okay, this might be this one here. This is
in an AC circuit, the voltage and current keep changing direction. Voltage is the energy per charge, and we can visualize the energy as boxes attached to the charged particles. The higher the voltage, the more energy per particle. Here, we have an alternating voltage, but there is no current, and hence there is no flow of energy. Here, we have an alternating current, but there is no voltage difference. Hence, there is again no net flow of energy. This is because the number of energy boxes flowing to the left is exactly equal to the number of energy boxes flowing to the right. To have a net flow of energy, we need both a voltage difference and a current. Notice now that although the flow of the particles keeps changing directions, there is always a net flow of energy boxes from the left to the right.
interesting. Yeah, so it's always going left to right. Basically, that's the energy. I think that's what they're trying to say. So as you switch them over somehow, magically. Yeah, so basically it throws it over to here as it's going to the right, and as it's going left, this throws it over to there while the other one goes to the right. So you have the energy always going one direction. Okay, this is pretty interesting visualization.
So far, the net flow of power has been equal to the RMS voltage multiplied by the RMS current.
Okay, so that's what it is. So the root mean squared moment drop, just the average
However,
setup.
This assumes that the voltage and current are in phase. Consider now what happens when the voltage and current are 90 degrees out of phase.
Okay, so it's not 100% in phase. So sometimes when it's thrown into it, it's going left a bit. And I think that's how the power factor is correct. Okay, I think I get it now.
Now, over time, the net flow of energy boxes to the right is exactly equal to the net flow of energy boxes to the left. In other words, even though we have an AC voltage and an AC current, there is no net flow of real power.
Okay, well, this is basically, yeah, they're switching the voltage at the wrong time. Basically, at the time when they're all going left. When this one's going left, this would throw, I think this would, or when it's almost done it, I think. Let's go back here. Okay, here's normal, and then it goes slowly. Yeah, so now it's giving the boxes there, and while this is going right, now it has none. And then I'm just gonna make it a second, yeah. And then it starts giving a box. When does it give the box?
to the RMS voltage multiplied
Okay. Let's see.
by the RMS current.
Yeah, so it looks like basically it's giving us boxes, and then it finishes giving us boxes once it's almost done going to the left. And now it's empty. But now it's going to the right, it's giving it back to this one. But so they never actually move anywhere. This goes to there. While it, yeah, and then this basically gets no movement.
But for the real power to be at its maximum for a given voltage and current, the voltage and the current need to be in phase with one another.
It's basically in phase, yeah, so the current and voltage matter when you're actually doing that. Okay, that's interesting.
As the phase difference changes, the apparent power stays the same, but the real power changes. The phase difference between the voltage and the current is equal to the angle of this triangle. When the phase difference is 90 degrees, the real power is 0.
Yeah, basically when there's a giant voltage, when there's 0 current, you're gonna get 0. And when there's a giant current at 0 voltage, you're gonna get 0. So basically, yeah, pretty much what they're saying there. So voltage and current need to be at the same time to be highest power. So that's pretty much what it is. Okay, we got that.
When the phase difference is 0, the real power is at a maximum. If the voltage is 0, then both the real and the apparent power are 0. Similarly, if the current is 0, both the real and the apparent power are 0.
Okay, this is at least in terms of understanding power factor, yeah, this makes sense. Alright, so that's what it is, apparent one.
The apparent power is equal to the RMS voltage multiplied by the RMS current. The real power is equal to apparent power multiplied by the cosine of the angle representing the phase difference.
Okay, so that's power factor, it's the phase difference, cosine.
The cosine of the angle is what we call the power factor. The vector on the right of this triangle is what we refer to as the reactive power.
Basically, it's the power that doesn't really do anything. Yeah.
The actual real power is the length of the bottom vector in this triangle. When the phase difference is 90 degrees, the real power is 0.
Okay, and then this is, I think he shows some illustrations.
Without changing the magnitude of the current or the magnitude of the voltage, we can increase the net flow of energy by making the voltage and the current more in phase with each other.
Yeah, 1 second, it's a bit cold. I'm gonna close my window. Alrighty. That was a pretty good video. Okay, I just want to see the next setup. Okay, so you can see it's moving.
Having the voltage and current be more in phase with each other is desirable because some of the energy is lost in the resistance of the wires.
Yeah,
The
and that's a good view of a resistor as well. So you have energy that drops off with the resistance.
Energy lost in the resistance of the wires depends on the resistance and on the magnitude of the current, regardless of the phase difference between the...
Also, this is a cool setup too, where it's like seesaw AC current one way and then the opposite way.
voltage and the current.
So now it's going down this way. See how this is the ramp? Now energy flips over this side.
Therefore, if the current and voltage are more in phase, we deliver more energy for the amount of energy lost.
Yeah, but if you have it out of phase, this would be delivering it when it's like at the negative side. Or something. Let's see what happens on the out of phase.
In other words, the more the voltage and the current are in phase, the more efficiently the electric power is delivered.
I want to see the opposite. See how this would do.
Much more information is available in the other videos on this channel. Please subscribe for
Oh, I wanted to see what happens when it's out of phase.
notifications when new videos are present. And if you're able to, please consider supporting us on Patreon through the link in the video description. Thank you.
Anyways, get the idea. Like photons and shells and excitations and drop angular momentum. And another thing, this is okay. I'll share this video. This is a pretty good video. So what I'll do is I'll share this. Okay. We'll share this here. Okay, this is gone. Thing is gone. I'll move this over to this side. Okay. Close, and also summarize this. So again, summarize this puts the summary on the Hive blockchain. It's immutable and public, so anybody could access the data. Like the one I did earlier here, I thought I summarized it. Yeah, there it is. Look at this full summary. So now unveiling the shadows. The core duo exposes the hidden agendas behind 8 and 11 truths. So think about it this way: this is on the blockchain. And that is easily accessible by anybody and everybody, and no one can delete this or edit it, and so on. The cult-like environment, internal shunning, and again, that's why I use Hive. It's gonna be there forever. No one's gonna delete that. Like this video on YouTube can be deleted. This one can't, and so on. And YouTube you can't access data directly. You need to do like third-party stuff. It's on there now and it's there forever. So that's pretty epic. And yeah, so I'll definitely have a listen to that one. And yeah, so anyways, we have that. And the other one I want to go over, yeah, so that's real reactive now. If I go to benefactors setup here, he mentions back EMF, back EMF. So he mentions Bedini wave and back EMF. The H wave is a concept John Bedini used in his energy work to describe a specific type of electrical waveform. So anyways, he saw... In John Bedini's theories, he saw back EMF electromotive force, which typically regarded as wasted byproduct in conventional systems as a source of radiant energy. In standard electrical engineering, back EMF is something to be grounded or minimized, as it usually opposes the current in a circuit and causes energy losses. So let's take a look at a simple breakdown of Bedini's approach to circuits. Back EMF equals radiant energy. Bedini viewed back EMF not as a waste, but as a form of radiant energy that can be harnessed. He believed that this radiant energy came from the environment or the vacuum, what some refer to as zero-point energy, and so on. Harness energy by using techniques to capture back EMF pulses. Bedini believed he could increase the efficiency of his system and achieving what some would call over-unity energy greater than the input. This meant using the sharp spikes of radiant energy from back EMF, the H wave, as a driving force. Okay, in summarizing, most conventional systems waste back EMF by grounding it, but Bedini saw it as a valuable form of radiant energy, which he called the H wave. Let's go. He built systems that could harness this energy rather than dissipating it, which he believed led to greater efficiency and potentially the tapping of additional energy from the environment. So back EMF in conventional science. In conventional science, back EMF electromotive force is a voltage that opposes the current in a circuit. It happens mostly in devices like motors and coils, especially when there's a change in flow of electricity. Basically, AC circuits. Here's an analogy to make it easier. Imagine pushing a child on a swing. When you push a swing, it moves forward, and your push represents the electrical current flowing in a circuit. However, as a swing moves forward, it naturally pushes back against you a little. That's like back EMF. So as you push it, there's a reactive force. Similarly, that slight hang time when you throw a ball high in the air and it hovers just before gravity sets in is also analogous to finding the 0 point in your system where it is unaffected by the weight that it carries. Thanks to Victor Sears for this analogy. Interesting. So there's a reverse voltage. So it's in simple terms, when you run electricity through a motor or coil, that flow of electricity creates a magnetic field. When the motor or coil stops or slows down, that magnetic field collapses, and this collapse generates a reverse voltage. This reverse voltage pushes against the direction of the current, making it harder for the current to keep flowing. In motors, back EMF happens as the motor spins. The faster it spins, the more back EMF is generated as the motor spins, acting as resistance to the power that's driving the motor. In inductors and coils, when you suddenly cut the power to a coil, like turning off a switch, back EMF is generated as a magnetic field around the coil collapses. When you collapsing magnetic field, you have back EMF. And then generating magnetic field, that's the forward EMF, I think. It's like the energy trying to push back as the flow of electricity changes. Why does it matter? In many systems, back EMF is seen as waste energy, and it can even damage circuits if not properly handled. Conventional systems often ground it or use components like diodes to prevent back EMF from causing problems. In summary, basically they ground it or use diodes to prevent it. In summary, back EMF is an electrical kickback or resistance that occurs when the flow of electricity through a motor or a coil changes. So here's his, and then we'll ask Grok AL just what the mainstream is. When you pulse a coil, the rapid change in electrical current flowing through it creates a magnetic field. As soon as you stop or change a current, like turning the pulse off or alternating current, that magnetic field collapses, which generates back EMF, a voltage that opposes the direction of the current. Here's how it works step by step. Current flows through the wire when you pulse electricity through a coil. It creates a magnetic field around it. Pulse turns off when you suddenly stop or reduce the pulse of current. The magnetic field around the coil begins to collapse. Collapsing magnetic field generates back EMF. As the magnetic field collapses, it creates reverse voltage back EMF in the coil, pushing against the direction of the current. This happens because of Lenz's law, which says that the induced current will oppose the change that caused it. So induced current will oppose anything that created it. So if you have a magnet moving through past a copper thingy, it will generate basically a magnetic field opposed to the thing or something like that. Anyways, when coils are pulsed, the sudden change in current causes back EMF, and back EMF opposes the original flow of electricity. In most conventional systems, back EMF is considered a nuance, but Bedini sought to harness this back EMF and its radiant energy instead of letting it go to waste. Okay, so basically you need to so basically when you pulse the coil, the magnetic field collapses. The back EMF, which they consider as radiant energy, is not resisted if properly captured, because this energy comes from the outside from outside the conventional electrical circuit. It's interacting with the ether. They claim that this radiant energy doesn't face the same kind of resistance that the normal electrical current. So maybe that's the cold electricity that they're always talking about. When you pulse a coil, the back EMF opposes changing anyways. So how do you harness it? Okay. Okay, so the collapsed magnetic field in their system generates radiant energy back EMF that doesn't cause resistance, but can actually be harnessed. So that's that part here. Now we're gonna ask see what back EMF wiki. See the mainstream narrative on this is. Counter EMF or back EMF. So basically counter electromotive force. Counter electromotive force, it's electromotive force. I'm gonna first I'll share this one here. So I finished adding his entire thingy that he's had it in here, on the Hive blockchain now, and I'm gonna post this right here. Post that there. Post this here. Okay. And I'll also share. Yeah, and here's another thing with Hive, because it's like I'm called a high reputation author at Epic Stuff. Yeah, so because I have a high reputation, my social credit score is pretty high. So again, it's like a decentralized credit score, 74 or 73.74, and basically the longer you use Hive, the more upvotes you get, the higher ranked you are. It's a lot of people say they don't like social credit score. Yeah, if it's from the government, but if it's decentralized from the blockchain, you can easily tell if someone has been upvoted a lot. That's pretty much what it is. Like, and hasn't been downvoted and so on, and has posted a lot of stuff. So someone with and it's a logarithmic scale, so it's pretty next level. So it's kind of like 73. You can easily tell this person's been there for a long time, and on the blockchain, and has been doing well on it. So you can easily trust. So you can literally, like, this number is literally a big trusting thingy on the Hive blockchain. Okay, anyways, that's that part. Counter motive force. It's electromotive force manifesting as a voltage. Gets a news here. Counter electromagnetic force, counter EMF, CEMF, back EMF, is the electromotive force EMF manifesting as a voltage that opposes the change in current. I'll make this dark. CMF is the EMF caused by electromagnetic induction. All right. So, for example, the voltage appearing across an inductor or coil is due to a change in current, which causes a change in the magnetic field. Yeah, within the coil, and therefore the self-induced voltage. The polarity of the voltage at every moment opposes that of the change in voltage to keep the current constant. The term back electromotive force is also commonly used to refer to the voltage that occurs in electrical motors where there is relative motion between the armature and the magnetic field produced by the motor's coils, a permanent magnetic field, thus also acting as a generator while running as a motor. This effect is not due to the motor's inductance, which generates a voltage and opposing. Anyways, this is try to make this. And why is it only one page on this? Okay, this is a good indicator that probably onto something. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it like that. I'm gonna go and share this, and then I'll see if there's a video on the just easier to see the videos. And so on this. So counter motive force. Okay, what is EMF? Back EMF. Go to EMF vs back EMF. See that both of them. Social scoring has a consistent since forever. Weaponizing it, it's to destroy. Yeah, to destroy worlds and not destroy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, social score. Yeah, like a number of subscribers. Like if you see someone with 1 subscriber, someone with 1 million subscribers, well, a million ones. Well, yeah, it's probably more accurate. But there are exceptions, especially with the amount of disinformation and so on. And that's where you need to have mathematical rigor and stuff. Okay, anyways, back EMF explained in 5 minutes. EMF. Okay, what is back EMF? Okay, this guy explained. Okay, this is a good video. Okay, let's see this.
EMF, or electromotive force, refers to the voltage created by a battery or by a changing magnetic field. Counter EMF, also called back EMF, is a related phenomenon that we will illustrate in this animation. Here is a simple circuit featuring a battery, a knife switch, and a light bulb. This circuit also contains a wire coil that serves as an inductor. Inductors store energy in the form of magnetic fields that are generated around them when a current passes through them. They are called inductors because they induce a voltage in their coils when that magnetic field changes. We will see this in a minute. The elements in this animation are not represented to scale.
And also, why do they always add music in the background? Like, please, just leave the music alone.
And the action we will show in super slow motion actually takes place in the blink of an eye. But this animation is helpful for illustrating how back EMF works. When we power this circuit, the electrons in the current create a magnetic field around the wire as they move through it, as shown by these blue arrows.
Similarities versus differences between the two systems is what I've been looking to decipher in depth. Oh, the forward and back EMF? It's in here. Okay, so you bet.
If the wire is...
So you have a current going in, and now this basically creates a magnetic field. Whenever you have vortex of current, you have magnetic field, or just movement of current of magnetic field.
Formed into a coil, like this inductor, the magnetic field lines converge in the center. They gradually build up to a maximum magnetic field that is much stronger than the one around the straight length of the wire.
Okay, yeah, so basically as it's spinning and then it gets bigger and bigger until it gets to a maximum size.
Let's watch this again, but this time we'll pay closer attention to what's happening in the wire conductor. In this parallel circuit, the current can travel either through the inductor or through the light bulb. When the current reaches this junction, it splits and flows to both the inductor and to the light bulb. At first, the current flows much more strongly towards the light bulb. This happens because as the magnetic field in the inductor grows, it induces its own voltage through
AC/DC versus AC, free energy structures versus electrical system in use worldwide today. Interesting. Yeah.
through Faraday's law. This is called electromagnetic induction. So the inductor here is creating a back EMF represented by this yellow arrow.
Okay, so as magnetic field is growing, no, I mean as the current's going in, it's building a magnetic field that's opposing the direction of current. So that's why most of this goes to the light bulb.
This is called electromagnetic induction.
So that is back EMF. Let's go here.
At first, the current flows much more strongly towards the light bulb. This happens because as the magnetic field in the inductor grows, it induces its own voltage through Faraday's law. This is called electromagnetic induction. So the inductor here is creating a back EMF represented by this yellow arrow.
And also, this diagram right here, again, they're using the flux lines. That's magnetic field should be actually a bulb instead. I'll do a quick drawing. The magnetic field, instead of this, should be a giant bulb. Like this is the actual magnetic field. Whoops, I got the wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Where's the drawing? Why can't I just draw? Yeah, the actual magnetic field should be like this. And then you have two bulbs. And this actually is more visually showing that as it's growing, you're going to have higher pressure bulbs around here. Like this. Yeah. And then this is pretty much growing bigger. So in other words, it's stopping the current coming in. And this is the what actually should be going on. I'm going to send this over to Telegram. And this one here. And I'll just post that. And the reason is, this is if you go to MES physics. And yeah, this is the magnetic isopotential lines. They are the actual magnetic field. The flux lines are just the direction where iron filings line up. But that's not basically the actual one is this.
The magnetic field.
This is the actual, basically the isopotential lines, like the equal magnetic strength. So when you have it like this, these are expanding. So as you're increasing the current, increasing the current or the coils, as the current's going into that setup here. I'm trying to think, best way to say it. Yeah. So, oops, this one already closed. So as the current's going here, as it's building up, instead of it growing like that, it's growing this way. So the voltage readings at each point is increasing this way. So you're basically pushing against. It's like a bulb pushing against the current coming in, and so on. So this is the actual magnetic field. And then these are just the iron filings is around it. So basically the actual magnetic field, always think of this way, the pressure. Because each one is the same voltage or same pressure, magnetic strength. And these ones here, when you have those lines, all those are changing. So it's like, you don't know what the actual strength is. This one here, you know it's all the same. And so on. And that's directs it better than the actual flow. So it's kind of like whenever you see a map of the pressure gradients on the wind, it shows you the gradient, even elevation heights. They show you the elevation. They don't show you like the velocity that an object would roll if they're falling on it. The current will collapse on its own once it reaches its boundary or cycles, which is the purpose of creating methods of spin. Interesting. So no, does it collapse? Oh, yeah, you're right. Because it will hinder it. No, you're right. Yeah. So no, but what the point I'm trying to make is that that this voltage. Like I'm saying, this view of the magnetic field where the pressure is getting so high that you can't have current coming in. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. So as like basically you're increasing it, and then current can't come in, and so on. So yeah, and if current can't come in, then everything stops. So basically, this is what I want to show right here. I'm gonna take a screenshot. It's like this is what matters, and then I'll take one here as well. So basically, what I'm trying to say is think of it differently. Like this is the actual magnetic field now. This right here. See this one? This is actually happening. So as you're getting current through it, you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until there's no more current, and then it collapses. And that collapse, and this collapse goes like now this one's going to go smaller and smaller, and then the current comes in. So basically, like this imagery is preventing the current from coming in, and when this is gone, current comes in. So in other words, because like this imagery doesn't, like this imagery right here, it looks like it doesn't show why the current would stop. Why would this being pushed even though this is going into the empty space? See what I'm trying to say? Yeah, you're looking at an important factor of resolving this issue. Yeah, but also just visually, like just to help understand what in the world we're doing. Because like, why would this little magnetic field stop the current when there's a giant hole in there? In this magnetic field diagram, when you look at the flux lines, there's a giant hole in there. Why in the world would that stop the current? Well, that's because that's where, yeah, that's basically where the iron fillings line up. That's not actually the pressure. Like the actual magnetic strength is this giant bulb. So now the strength is getting higher and higher, and then as you shrink it, then it'd be like, okay, then it can come in. As it grows, it's stopping it. I'm just saying visually, it's just easier. Like this one right here, if current's coming in here, it's gonna be stopped, and so on. So like these are the magnetic where iron fillings will line up, and then as they stop, and then as it goes away, then you can actually current goes in again. Okay, let's go back to this setup here.
EMF represented by this yellow arrow.
Yeah, so whenever I see flux lines, always think of a bulb instead.
Back EMF always opposes the change that created it. So in this instance, the back EMF is opposing the change created by turning on the circuit. It opposes the current. The result, as you can see, is that the back EMF effectively diverts the current away from the inductor and toward the light bulb.
Okay, so back EMF, yeah. So now you have the back EMF, it's forcing it off.
Causes the bulb to light up, but only briefly. Once the magnetic field around the inductor reaches its maximum field, the back EMF fades, and the current now
as it's fading, you're getting more current through.
Favors the path through the inductor because the
no, this is once the field is done. Okay, no, basically the growing is what's stopping it, and once it's stopped, now you can go in. So it's like once that actual pressure is changing.
Back EMF fades, and the current now favors the path through the inductor because the bulb creates some resistance to the current. The same phenomenon occurs when the magnetic field is shrinking, which happens when we open the switch and stop current flow from the battery. Once again, the back EMF opposes the change that created it. In this case, the change is the cessation of current. So, opposing this change, the back EMF wants to maintain the current, which flows once again to the bulb. To the point is the change that creates.
Okay, so basically now it's hindering.
The back EMF opposes the change that created it.
Okay, so it's opposing but it's forcing it this way now. Okay, because it created this way. I'm trying to wrap my head around.
In this case, the change is the cessation of current. So, opposing this change, the back EMF wants to maintain the current, which flows once again to the bulb.
Okay, this diagram, I'll see if there's a better illustration. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it in a neat little package. Let's go right here. Let's click. I'm going to put this right here. And yeah, so I have the general idea of it. I'm going to play one more if I can find one. So just a bit more intuitive design. And go summarize. Okay, let's see back EMF explained in a that was a simple one. That wasn't. Okay, forward versus back EMF. I think that's a good one. Okay, and then the other one I want to go to anti-gravity. part 6. I need to show this one. I'll add this to the other design. This is the Eric Lightweight table. Eric Lightweight made a table. Motive force, electromotive force. I think what it's called like that. Yeah, this one here. Okay, there it is. So Eric Lightweight had a table that he in this 2450. Okay, this is go to 2450. I'll get this table right here. Yeah, I'll do a screenshot 2450. 2450. Okay, and then is it a 2450? Okay, like not 2450. Oh, there it is. 2450. He walks away. Okay, there it is. And I'll make this bigger.
On those.
Oops, let's go back.
Now you can put.
Okay, so we have it at 2450 there, and I'm gonna post these as well, just because I was gonna share this to Ben Factor, but I forgot, and I wrote about it here too. There's electromagnetomotive force, and then basically the analogy versus inertial world, and also I added with economic as well. It's pretty cool. I made this table there, and I'll do this quickly. 1 second. I'll make it bright, just so it's easier to see. And then this is the thing he was trying to find out. This blank is the inertial world, and then conductivity of that. And I'm gonna post these. These are extremely important. Okay, so we have this, and I'll send a link there. Okay, and then I'll show this later. Alright, so we have that and that and that. And okay, and so why isn't it just clicking the link? Okay, there it is. Yeah, so we have this, and I think it just on chain. Okay, there it is. It just takes a while because everything's got to be on chain. Okay, there is the setup. Okay, this one here. This is extremely important. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there it is. Copy this telegram. This is what he had, and I'll read it out. So he wrote those out, and then I already have it here, and so on. All right, 1 second, guys. This is pretty big stuff there. I'll make this as a post as well. Yeah, I'll make this as a post later. So basically, he wrote this is what he wrote in his table. So he has the electric world. The magnetic world. Okay, I don't know what's taking so long to load. Okay, this one here. Basically, you have the electric world, magnetic world, thermal world, inertial world, and then MES economic world. I include that. So electric world, you have electromotive force. Basically, to see what's the equivalent. So electromotive force, and magnetic world, magnetomotive force. Thermal world, temperature difference. So when you have a temperature difference, you have a force. And then inertial world, you call it force. So force is in electricity when you have something moving. That's pretty much the electromotive force. And then acceleration is current in an electrical world. Flux, magnetic flux is magnetic world. Thermal world, heat flow. So think of temperature difference. So when you have voltage difference, you're gonna have electromotive force, and then that basically moves the electrons or whatnot, or the current or the charges. And then magnetic world is the flux, just the pressure movement. Now what's the difference with resistance? You have reluctance in magnetic stuff. You have thermal. Okay, I don't know why there's a space. Thermal resistance is the thermal world, and then mass. So your mass is the inertial world. You have force, acceleration. Mass is the one that's resisting change. That's the more you have that. And then in economic ones, you basically have supply and demand equals the generating the force of the economy, or what's going to buy or sell. And then liquidity is how liquid the money is, how fast you can go and transfer something. Like for example, if you were to buy a yeah, and then also the resistance also cost. If there's a high cost, then the liquidity, you'll need more liquidity. For example, yeah. So the other part is liquidity is like It's just how liquid things are, how fast you can move things around. So, for example, if you want to go buy an apple, and all you have was your house, well, you're gonna have to. That's gonna take. It's not liquid because you have to somehow sell it first, and it takes a few months, and then or make a promissory note saying here you can own 1% of it, sell equity. Anyways, but if you have cash, you can go super liquid. Anyways, that's just talking about the resistance and so on. Anyways, and then the conductivity, you have permeability, thermal conductivity. And inertial world is blank. So basically, what is the inertial world equivalent of conductivity? Permeability is just how easily stuff goes through. Magnets is how easily a current can go through, and how easily thermal conductivity. For example, if you put a steel, if you cook something with steel versus cook something with wood, like if you have a wooden plate, it's not gonna go through as fast. But if you have a steel plate, instantly once you heat something, it's gonna transfer. Inertial world, what can you make? Transfer something go faster, and I think that's probably precession. Rotation, inductance, transference, thermal capacity, and intractance. That's interesting. Speculation. Revenue is what I put here. So how much money do you have? That basically revenue is how much money you're bringing in. Then you can do stuff, and speculation is inductance. Transference. Anyways, that's something we could learn there for another time. I'll think of this over. But that's what he wrote. Oh, he wrote this one here. He wrote another question mark here, but I think he filled it up. Mass, intractance, thermal conductivity. Oh yeah, he called this thermal capacity. Okay, did I just write that, or somebody else wrote that? He didn't add that. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, fourth law of motion. Oh yeah, he wrote. I think he wrote another one, intractance there. No, where did I wrote that? Okay, this is fourth law of paper. Okay, somebody else wrote intractance here. Basically, he's saying that the actual law should be F equals ma plus a resistance to a change in jerk acceleration times by dA over dt. Interesting. That's basically a modification of F equals ma. So that's pretty well. Anyways, that's that part. Pretty much, I just want to get to a good video for back EMF explained. Back EMF explained quickly here.
Hi, my name is Paul from Physics High, and today I want to...
excellent videos to visualize what is happening, occurring, and why Matt helps put a better perspective on everything, what is truly happening. Yeah, definitely. And that's how it's manipulated and managed. Yeah, I just want to see what the actual thing is.
In this case, it's going to turn in an anti-clockwise voltage, which I'm going to call not zero.
Where's the so what is back EMF? I think someone has a better setup there. No, basically, yeah, basically the whole idea is how do you capture that back EMF? What is back EMF? Short back EMF demonstration. Okay, forward first back EMF. Do an image. Yeah, this is over the limit. I'm gonna head out, but I want to show one more thing. Yeah, forward generated by power source to drive motor. Back EMF is a voltage generated in opposition to current flow. But basically anything that goes opposite to the current flow. And magnetic, basically as it rotates and so on. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But I want to show the last thing before I go. Einol Dinu. It's one I was trying to get him on the stream. So Einol Dinu, where is he?
In this experiment,
he posted a later video, and he actually argues that or states that he made a simulation. Basically, he's saying that radio waves are not actually electromagnetic; they're actually electrogravitational, and all they are is ether pressure waves, and which again I agree with. And he has a visualization demonstration with this 3D model, where he has a thing called electrogen, which basically it's like another particle that around current flow of the here's basically if you have an antenna just going up and down, you have current going up and down. But basically what he's saying is that there's an electrogen that compresses ether and it contracts it. So as it's moving, it's contracting, and then what it's leaving behind is a void. So it's expansion. So you can see what he says here. So here it is. The blue one is rarefaction, basically expansion. Blue dots equals blue dots along antenna equals electrogen accumulating at the end of antenna, producing an ether compression. No, blue is ether compression. Wave fronts. Red dots along are electron deficit accumulating at the other end. and producing ether refraction. Basically, you have these parts compressing the ether, and this is expansion. So that's the wavefront is there. And then he says it creates two. Yeah, you have a void over here, and then basically, it just separates everywhere across, and so on. And so he says a dipole antenna emitting radio waves. The real nature of radio waves is that of electrogravitational waves. Radio waves are not electromagnetic. Radio waves are only generated by electromagnetic means, but are not electromagnetic waves. In reality, radio waves traveling in space are electrogravitational in nature. Longitudinal waves of ether compression and refraction. The calculated radiation pattern at a distance of 10 wavelengths is shown, and so on. Yeah, so the space between, so we have blue dots along antenna equals all electrogen electroaccumulating at the end of the antenna producing an ether compression. Blue wavefronts, and then red dots create the red electrogen deficit accumulating at the other end, producing ether refraction, basically like a void. The other one's compression, the other one is expansion. The space between ether compressions and refractions is a gravitational field. Basically, this is what I think this helps explain how John Hodgson is doing gravitational effects using radio waves and interference and so on. But mainly because radio waves are gravitational, they're not magnetic. Basically, it's affecting them magnetically. Gravitationally. So you can actually move things and so on. And this is pretty cool stuff. I think he has some other loops and so on. And you can replicate the exact same setup there. And but yeah, again, if he has a bit better explaining and so on, and it's intuitively it looks like that. So radio waves wiki. So even radio waves and wiki, it's literally telling you it's like just giant ether. Yeah, it's literally telling you it's going back and forth. You're just creating energy fields in ether. But this one is drawing electrical field or whatnot, electrical lines. Yeah, but it's like what the actual thing is just an ether compression. It's like literally telling you what's going on. It's just going up and down, and you're vibrating the ether, and that is what you're hearing. What you're hearing is literally gravitational stuff. In other words, it's moving physical stuff. It's not just magnetic stuff only. Anyways, that is all for today. Yeah, so back EMF, it's pretty straightforward in general, but the details needs a bit more to that. I'll do this later. But anyways, this one I need to explain this one because I definitely think he was onto something huge here. And this was, I think he filled that up. He writes it at the end. I think he writes it at the end, and that's why I added this one here. So entractants, thermal capacity. I think which one was this one? This was the thermal world, thermal conductivity. Yeah, thermal capacity. Yeah, that he adds that later. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, you can. Do we have the video? Actually, we can. Yeah, we'll do it later. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. Thanks for joining, and and I'm gonna go take a nap and so on. And stay tuned for all these like newsletters and all this nonsense. Alright, anyways, guys, thanks for joining. I'll write this here. Science is seen spiritually. Science is seen spirituality, and spirituality is unseen science. Yeah, definitely. Everything is all one the same, and even conscience, right? Conscience or conscience. What does that define? It's like literally science there, the con there. Okay, why is this not shown properly? Okay, that's better. The sense or consciousness of the moral goodness and blameworthy of one's conduct. So you have literally science in there. So it's like all one same. Anyways, thanks for watching. And have a great night or a great day. Yeah, have a good night. Now the revisionist epic stuff there. You keep up your great work, and we'll get the Hive stuff later. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. Ending stream in 3, 2, 1. End stream. Yeah, bless you, Matt. Thanks for explaining that. Yeah, definitely. That is what I try to do. And let's go. And ending stream and stop recording.